Alright, so today's matchup is between TWP Zuppy and TWP Lyncher against CNA Stray Dog and CNA Wraith. Or Wrath, that's it. I kept pronouncing him Wraith in the other game when it should have been Wrath. I always feel bad about that. Anyway, as we can see over here, I've currently got it in view lock, just because, as you can see, I'll put Fog of War on as well, just because this is all about the beginning of Land Nomad. As you can see, they're scouting out as much as possible while reaching a central destination. As you can see, found his opponent up there, Stray Dog, where his actually lumber camp is actually going up. So that means he's got a fix on his location already. And as we can see, Zuppy now coming straight up here to put up his lumber camp. And before we go any further, I'll probably go through the civs just so we can be sure on what we've actually got. Zuppy is playing as the Chinese, which is why you can see he's got so many dots around the map. We've got a Mayan player as well, who's his ally, and the other two players are playing is exactly the same. So grey is his Mayans, red is his Chinese, purple is his Chinese, and teal is his Mayans. So it's same civs pretty much, so it's going to be quite a fair game, honestly. So as we can see, collecting sheep at the moment and just continuing to look around. I'll take it off view lock now because we've seen what's actually going on. So we'll have a look around all our players are setting up. So we've got one set up here and one just over here. So as you can see, we've got quite a thin line between these ones here. However, as you can see, collecting all these sheep and moving all these sheep down over here. One over here as well. So we've got these two allies here. Wait a second, where is Grey? Grey's down over here. I couldn't see him properly. So Grey's setting up just across from Stray Dog there. As you can see, very, very close between the two players there. And as we can see over here, Zuppy and who have we got over here? Wrath are setting up quite close to each other as well. So it's about time we speed it up and see how this actually plays out. I'd like to see who gets the first town center up. So let's keep looking around, see what we got. Grey doing fairly well, finding quite a good area there. Over here, Zuppy getting quite a bit of resources in. And as we can see, exploring, so he might actually find his opponent over here. So he actually hasn't seen, there we go, so he knows he's got someone just up there. As you can see, flaring the location. Town Center coming up there. What do we got? Town Center coming up down over here as well for Mayans. What else do we got? More sheep. Putting up a house over there, so he's going to want to get some early warning. And Wrath putting up one over there. And it looks like Zuppy is going to be the first Town Center to be up. And naturally, having no extra food because he's Chinese, he's going to have to put it straight onto food straight away. As you can see, doing looms straight off the bat as well, because he can't create any actual villages, so he may as well do something with his town center. I'll just refresh these scores quickly. And as we can see, it's actually quite close between both players. So down over here, as we can see, trying to kill off that boar. As you can see, being very, very mean there and coming in and taking his opponent's boar. Actually being quite a good setup there. As you can see, onto those sheep there. As you can see, we'll have a look at the exploration. Exploration not bad. Of course, in Land Nomad you get a lot of sheep, so it gives you a lot of reason to explore. And let's see, as he's seen, so he knows his opponent's down over here. He knows there's a gold mine there. And obviously Lyncher there has actually seen his opponent there. As you can see, just letting that boar there rot off. So as you can see, second boar coming in there, putting another house up, of course. And over here, that looks like the first boar is in. As you can see, putting houses up just around, so they're able to see what their opponents are actually doing. It's always a good plan. It just gives them... It means if they've got anything coming into your base, you'll actually get wind of it before it actually happens. So coming down over here now, we can see some more exploration going on. And on top, we still have Zuppy. Zuppy still being on top, and Lyncher just close behind, nearly at the same amount of points as Wrath there. So as we can see, coming down here and blocking this area here off. Very smart play. And as you can see, coming over to these deer here, it looks like we've already got Wrath trying to come over here as well. And if he's lucky, Zuppy might be able to get this villager. As we can see, getting that, and it's going to come into a turf war to see who's got more villagers in this area. Right now, we can see that it looks like Wrath has more there. So as they can see, it's quite a big fight going on now. One villager each gone. Two gone for red. As you can see, more villagers coming in now. And as you can see, taking over this area here. It's all about who has more villagers. So as we can see, over here, really the same thing happening. As you can see, just walling up that stone there, so his opponent's not going to be able to get it. Over here on these forage bushes, and as you can see, around over here. So just doing some scouting, and trying to claim that gold mine there. So as you can see, more turf wars going down over here. It looks like red has a small advantage right now. And about to lose some more villagers here. So as you can see, there has been quite a bit of combat going on straight off the bat in the start of this game. More villagers coming in over here, so quite a few villagers, and it looks like red is outnumbered again. So there is quite a bit going on. As you can see, moving on to farms, doing the smart thing. Farms already up over there. And as we can see, ganging up on these villagers down over here might be able to even this up a little bit. But red losing a villager there, and purple staying on top. So as you can see, putting up another house there, but being pushed away from it. So over here, as you can see, walling up this side of his base here. So this area here is pretty much completely under the control of Stray Dog there. Well, as over here, Wrath has taken this as well. However, it has taken his villagers a long time to nail Red's off there. So as you see, Red has actually had quite a bit of time to build up his economy, which shows exactly why he's so in front. Plus, he's got quite a bit of scouting done. I'm surprised how much scouting there is. As you can see, collecting more and more sheep there. And as you can see, just building houses around the map. Lots of sheep over here, hasn't managed to scout that far yet. 3 boar there. So as we can see, still quite a fine line between all these villages though. So these ones must all be coming back to town centre right now. Or are they going to be pushing in towards Red? And a mining camp coming up on that stone there. That is a very bold move. As you can see, blocking this pass off here so he won't be able to get attacked by both players. As we can see, going for this amount of stone can generally tell you he's going for a tower rush. If he can get some towers up around this area here, he can put his opponent in big trouble. And what's coming up? House there. As you can see, this village here is about to die. Or getting in close to that town centre there. Putting house up there, and there we go. So that's a tower coming up there. That is a tower. So that means he's going for the rush. And another tower coming up here, so putting him completely off these farms here. As we can see, villagers taking quite a bit of damage and being pushed into this section over here. As you can see, already on this stone over here, so he's going to be able to create towers to defend himself. And over this side here, it doesn't look like too much is going on at this stage. It's been pretty peaceful. However, Lynch has come through with this tower and quite a few skirmishes and spears here, so quite a few trash units being created. And pushing straight into this area here. As you can see, that tower doing quite a bit of damage and harassing this gold mine over here. Moving back over here, as you can see, these villages are all pretty much working together at this point in time. And as you can see, just doing quite a bit of damage. So at this point in time, not much else going on. Another tower coming up over here. And generally that one there should come up faster than this one here. Unless they all come off it like that, so it is going to be probably red tower here now. So red tower going up, killing off quite a few, well, not killing any of those villagers yet, but quite a big tower war going on over there. And skirmishes over this side here, just being pushed in, just forcing all these villagers away from this area. As we can see, moving up to this gold mine over here, as this one down here is no longer safe. As we see, Grey building into his opponent's Stray Dog's base over here. Moving back down over here, these towers still doing quite a bit of damage. As you can see, trying to keep that gold mine there under construction, but forcing Grey, well not Grey, Purple back into his base. That's the whole idea. Barracks coming up over here, so hopefully going to be able to get some harassment on this stone mine. And let's see what else is going on. Not really much. It's just mainly just turf war at this point. Trying to see who's got the amount here. Archers here being pushed back by all these skirmishes. And as we can see, Grey coming down here, mining some stone. And apart from that, not much going on. So as you can see, this walling here doing being quite helpful, honestly. A bit more tower warfare going on. And it doesn't look like too much else is being done. Lots of archers being created by Wrath by the looks of it. However, Zuppy is still managing to stay on top of the scores. However, he has walled in this gold mine over here, which is going to force his opponent to have to break through that first. And if he can get back to these towers over here, he might be able to... Yep, those villagers have just gotten away from there. As you can see, it is quite a good game. Both players, well, both teams are pushing extremely hard, and that is quite a few skirmishes over this side here. As you can see, pushing in here, so keeping this entire area here under lock. And right now, quite a bit of force coming in here, so it's looking like Zuppy is starting to take quite a bit of damage. However, these skirmishes over here are starting to do quite a bit themselves. As we can see, just walking through in here, trying to get in here to harass all these villagers, and that is quite a few archers there. However, they are skirmishes, so they will get that bonus. As you can see, archers taking quite a bit of damage from all these towers, and especially with all these skirmishes moving in the side here. As you can see, Stray Dog being pushed right out of his base there. And over here, it looks like, yep, so actually Zuppy has lost this base over here. This tower here is about to go down, so that tower's down, and this one here is also about to go down, so these villages will be in quite a bad state. As you can see, quite a bit of gold coming in here. However, over here, still quite a bit of damage being done. These skirmishers being able to come in here and just harass this area around here. Keeping this villager and these villagers in here on this gold mines, keeping his opponent off it, which means all his villagers are up here trying to gather gold from over here. So right now, quite a few skirmishers and other units coming in here trying to harass all these villagers. And honestly, they're doing quite a good job. However, Zuppy is going to the Castle Age. As we can see, market there, can't really see where the blacksmith is. There we go, I should have been able to see that a lot easier. But stone wall there, so being able to hold his opponent off quite well. And as we can see here, all these skirmishes forcing all these archers here back. However, it looks like he's going to be able to get a small push out here. Yep, so he's getting into his opponent's base here. And killing off those two skirmishes there. And what's he going for? Looks like he's going to patrol this gold mine down here. However, he hasn't noticed that his opponent has managed to wall there. And it looks like now red is in quite a bit of trouble. Wrath is pushing in extremely hard, as you can see there. Going to castle age, so he's going to be able to get knights out to counter all these archers. But he's taking quite a beating down here. He may have a better economy and a better setup, but at the moment he's being completely pushed downhill by Wrath there. As you can see, another town centre coming up here. And as you can see, there's those knights that we were expecting. However, he has got pikes out already to, well, spears out already, to be able to counter that. However, these knights will be doing quite a bit of damage. As we can see, they're just soaking up that damage there. Another watchtower coming up there. So quite a bit of damage going on. All these archers down over here trying to find out if there's anything else going on. Grey, however, just coming down here now. These archers are going to be patrolling back, so that wasn't a good time to move down. As we can see, noticing this here. And all these villagers trying to run away, however they will not be able to. And as we see here, doing even more pushing through here. Purple is taking over this entire area around here, towered it off, and he's got his units walking around it. However, Zuppy has managed to get into his opponent's base here, with knights, and doing quite a bit of damage. However, these units here are coming straight in. So that's the Lynch there, going straight up into the castle edge, obviously going to be going for elite skirmishers and crossbows. Whereas Zuppy down here has gone straight for the knights. This tower here doing quite a bit of damage. As you can see, main lot of archers coming through here. Zuppy moving up here, but going to be cut off by these archers by the look of it. However, putting a town centre up here by the looks of it, and that town centre might actually go down. Nope, he's chosen not to do it. But elite skirmish is there, so he's going to be able to push off this army over here. As you can see on this side here, tower up here, trying to take out this one here. However, quite a few archers there to defend off if any units actually try and run in. This gold mine over here being pushed off still, so Wrath is having trouble. As you can see, Wrath is falling behind. That's the problem with the rush. If you can't get enough out of it, you will start to fall behind. As you can see, Lyncher right now is starting to gang up on Wrath as well. I guess the goal is knock him out, make it a 2v1 game. This castle up here doing quite a bit of damage to all these buildings. Of course, Main's being able to get those plumed archers out. And as we can see right now, in comes Stray Dog there, trying to do a bit more damage, but all these skirmishers here coming up, pushing him in, just holding him in here. However, the combined forces of these two here might be able to do quite a bit of damage. However, skirmishers, of course, are quite good at absorbing up all this damage. What's happening over here, and that tower there is finally keeping him off that wood there. And it has been quite a close game so far, you can actually see that. It's been a lot of pushing from both players. I can see here, Mangonel coming out, probably the smartest thing I've seen in this game thus far. Mangonel, of course, going to be doing heavy damage to those archers. And what do we got over here? So they're looking to both push up into their opponent's base here. Down here we can see that trying to take out this tower here. Naturally getting that close means murder holes hasn't been done. Town centre coming up here, so securing this stone and this gold down over here. Mangonel, of course, being put onto that tower there, and knights being created as well, and naturally coming out with this villager most likely to repair this Mangonel. There we go, repair it right there. So as we can see, pushing in here, trying to do quite a bit of damage. Rams coming in, already got skirmishers in their base, so doing quite a bit of damage, putting the pressure on really hard right now. However, we can see here that Stray Dog has chosen to come back to his base. As we can see, Rams are invading, got Mangonels coming in through here, and as we can see, Lyncher is up by 1,000 points right now, so he's doing quite a lot of damage. As we can see, Mangonels coming in through here, Rams coming here. It's starting to look like a good game. There's nothing really the Stray Dog can do. As you can see, all these units and buildings just being pulverized by these castles that have come up here, forward castles, and plumed archers coming out with Mangonels, so that's going to render all of these archers pretty much useless. As we can see, just pushing in and pushing and pushing, slowly pushing into their opponent's bases. So as you can see, Lyncher nearly doubled the score of Wrath. Wrath, of course, had an extremely good rush there at the start, but didn't manage to get enough out of it to do any damage. Well, any permanent damage. As you can see, doing a lot of damage and pushing in. As you can see, Wrath running down here. However, it will not take much for those knights to follow him and really just finish this off. As you can see, creating his own knights there, however, not being able to do much. As you can see, Stray Dog having to push back his base here. However, it is being pushed into extremely quickly. As you can see, these Mangonels here are up to naturally take out these Rams. and all these villagers here trying to take out this ram here, but using these knights and these skirmishers here, they have managed to take out those rams. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Not much, considering he had so little health left, but losing that town center there is going to be big. So as we can see, continuing to push in through here. And what have we got happening down here? Nothing really. They've pretty much got complete map coverage right now. They've forced them into this little area over here. As you can see, they've just barricaded themselves and are just hoping for the best at this point. What have they got? Anything outside? So a few crossbows down over there. Apart from that, nothing. So at this point, it does look like good game to them. Following over here, these rams naturally being pushed in and probably going to come up around here. As we can see, many plumed archers being used, and as you can see, scouting this area here, so finding this town center and this base down over here. So let's actually check out the Fog of War. So they actually haven't seen much of this area. They do know they're there though, which is the main thing. So as we can see, calling for reinforcements there from his ally, of course using plumed archers and skirmishers, which you can, well, just generally accept because he's a main player. As you can see, this area here, it doesn't look that well defended, honestly. If he wanted to, he could run around the bottom here. Whether or not that rock there will stop them, I can't see. But it could actually be a good idea to put some towers up here, but I can't really say they're going to do anything different. Down over here, quite a few archers and being taken out by this mangonel, and as you can see, they're good teamwork running there. So that's Wrath resigning there, and that's game, because they just had nothing they could do. They were stuck in this area up here, sorry, I'll pause that. Stuck in this area, they had no gold, next to no food in the area, so they were just caught in there. Alright, thanks for watching, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.